Hello guys, this is Jamie, the English Genie here. Today I have another grammar lesson for you, and we're going to be talking about something which is called the imperative. The imperative. Let's get started.
The imperative is a basic grammar point which you're likely to learn in your earlier lessons of English. Now, it's not the most difficult thing in the world, and hopefully by the end of this lesson, you're all going to be masters of making it and knowing when to use it. So, let's get started. Now, look at this sentence here. Boil the water and cook the pasta. Boil the water and cook the pasta. What's different about this sentence? What makes it unique? Well, what makes it unique is the fact that it's missing something. Normal sentence structure in English is subject, verb, object. We have our verb and we have our object. But where is the subject? Is it a grammatically incorrect sentence? Well, no, it's not incorrect because not every sentence in English needs a subject. There are a few cases where a subject isn't necessary, and the imperative is one of them. When you use an imperative, you will never put a subject in the sentence. Now, I know that sounds a little confusing. Sure, it is. Normally, you use a subject. You use I, you, he, she, it, we, they. But in this case, there's nothing. And it's because the imperative is a very specific type of sentence structure with only a few easy to learn uses. The imperative is something we use. It's a sentence structure we use when we are telling someone to do something. So we might be giving an instruction. We might be giving directions or some advice, okay? But the main point is that the imperative is used when we want to tell someone to do something. Now, we use the imperative when we are speaking directly to someone. Me and my friend is there, I am speaking to my friend. I speak directly to him. And because I'm speaking directly to him, the implied subject is you. The listener, my friend, knows I am talking to him. So the implied subject is you, but we don't write it. Now, before we look at some examples, let's just look at how to actually make the imperative sentence structure. It's super easy, super easy. You take the root verb, the basic form of the verb, and you remove the to. That's it. Take the root verb and remove the to. And your sentence begins with the verb, no subject. Let's look at some examples. So, as I said, all imperative follows the same rule, and that is remove the to, remove the subject pronoun, keep the verb. To eat becomes eat. Eat a sandwich, you look hungry. Eat a sandwich, you look hungry. So, eat is referring to my friend. You, my friend, eat a sandwich, you look hungry. To stand up becomes stand up. We take off the to. Stand up and get out of the classroom. A teacher shouting at their student, stand up and get out of the classroom. To think becomes think. Think about what you've done. Think about what you've done. And to grow becomes grow. Grow some flowers to make the garden look pretty. Grow some flowers to make the garden look pretty. But there is one other thing. One other thing that makes the imperative maybe 1% more difficult, but not really. And that one thing is sometimes the speaker wants to include himself. So the implied subject is not you, the implied subject is we. So look at this example. I am telling my brother to leave the house and go to the cinema, but I want to go too. So I need to use a different sentence structure. And that structure is let's. Let's is short for let us. But unless you're the queen or the president or trying to be very formal, you are never going to say let us. You will always say let's. So we say when the speaker is giving an instruction but also participates in the action, they use let's. Let's go to the mall today. Let's finish our homework before we eat. Let's go to the mall today. Let's finish our homework before we eat. So all we've done, we've taken the root verb, removed the to, and added let's before the verb. Let's go to the movies. Let's go eat. Let's go do something. Blah, blah, blah. So, some more examples for you, similar to the examples before, so that you can compare them. To eat becomes let's eat. Let's eat a sandwich before we get hungry. To stand up becomes let's stand up. Let's stand up and leave. This movie is boring. To think becomes let's think. Let's think about this. It could be dangerous. And number 4, to grow becomes let's grow. Let's grow some flowers in the garden to make it look nicer. Now, one last thing for you before we finish this lesson, and that is how to make these a negative. Because you can tell someone to do something, but you can also tell someone not to do something, in which case you need a negative imperative. So, if it's one subject, if we are not using let's, we are talking to you, then we add don't before the root verb. Don't speak to him, he's upset. Don't speak to him, he's upset. Don't eat a sandwich until you finish your homework. Don't go out, it's raining. And if it's two subjects, meaning we, the speaker and the listener, then we add the word not between let's and the root verb. So the sentence becomes, let's not speak to him, he's upset. Let's not go outside, it's raining. Let's not eat a sandwich until we finish our homework. Now it's your turn to practice. So I told you that the imperative is used to tell someone to do something. It might be that you are giving an instruction or some advice. You might also see it when you read the instruction book for a product you've bought. The instruction book will tell you, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. There's lots of cases where the imperative can be used, but they are all telling someone to do something. And now there's 2 exercises for you here to try in your free time. So you can try to write some directions. You can pick a place near your home and describe it to a friend using imperative, telling them how do they get there starting from your house. So, for example, you could start by saying, "From my house, walk straight for 5 minutes until you see a cinema. Then turn left, then turn right, then go straight, blah, blah, blah." And you could try to write some instructions too. You could write some numbered instructions on how to make a ham and cheese sandwich or another meal that you like. Step 1 could be go to the shop and buy bread, butter, ham, and cheese. Take the ingredients to your kitchen. Okay? So 2 exercises for you. Feel free to write your answers in the comments and I will correct them as always. And until the next lesson, guys, that's it from the English Genie. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on the English Genie Facebook page, where I'll be doing more competitions for free lessons and providing even more free content. So until next time, guys, thank you very much. That's it from me, Jamie, the English Genie, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.